good afternoon, and good evening, my wonderful freedom fighters, Biafrans, Odiruas, Middle Beltons, and the Ambazonia. Welcome back to Umo Biafra TV, where we bring you the latest concerning Biafra movement and actualization. My wonderful people of God, I'm so delighted to have every one of you, my subscribers, and those who are watching without subscribing. Go ahead and do yourself a favor, smack the red button and click the notification bell. So whenever we upload, you'll be able to get the notification. My wonderful people of God, the video we're about to react is where a journalist is a kind of asking the rightful question: which sector in Nigeria is free from corruption, bribery, and lies? Just to cover up? And how long will the innocent endure this evil entity called Nigeria? My wonderful people of God, that's why I am urging every one of you to rise up and stand up for righteousness. Our future is at stake because Fulani do not understand any other language except hit them hard where it pains. Dialogue is not in their dictionary. Due process is not in their dictionary. Though, as you can see, they are doing due process, wishing, praying that the clock will turn around on Abakaka, the international criminal. My brothers and sisters, tell me what you think on the comment section as I'm going to allow the video to play. May the peace of the Lord be with Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. He will be free to declare Biafra for you and I. He say, until next time, I love you.
The system is corrupt when it's strictly profit-driven, not driven to serve the best interests of its people. Haba, cry Nigeria. Police station don't turn to bank, DPO na bank manager. That was a song fella sang in the late 80s, and today it is worse off in Nigeria. FBI took their time to do a 65 pages report on internet crime, linking Deputy Commissioner of Police Abba Kyari to convicted Ramoni Abbas, aka Hush Puppy. And typical of our criminal investigation strategy, Abba Kyari's horrid defense is that Hush Puppy misled him by lying that his friend Vincent Chibuzo threatened his life. Pronto, he arrested the said Chibuzo without first investigating the allegation, detained him for 30 days, and subsequently found out there was no threat before releasing him. Yet, the same person who lied to a police super deputy commissioner that should have been charged for perjury and lying to security agent, instead the police DCP became his fashion agent. Abba Kyari, you for look for another lie now. Anyway, the Inspector General of Police don't recommend his suspension, and the Police Service Commission don't accept the recommendation. Let's see how it turns out. But while we are busy debating and passing comment on this watery Abba Kyari's defense, which is systemic and ordinarily a daily occurrence in our national lives, both public and private, I cry ye instead for Nigeria. You know why? Because if you have money and connection with the police in Nigeria, even the IGP can lock up anybody for you. You can write a petition against anybody, contrary to the presumption of innocence enshrined in the Constitution. Such person is immediately presumed guilty by the police and left to prove his innocence in police custody or prisons. Mind you, a lawyer will be paid to write that petition, unverified fact or frivolous as it may be. Those same lawyers today will condemn Abba Kyari. I cry thee for Nigeria. Today, whilst Abba Kyari would have used his office to punish and send some innocent people to jail, the relatives of kidnappers and armed robbers he also sent to jail will celebrate this revelation. After all, you feel argue and say no different from them. Well, name the sector or institution in Nigeria that is spared of the Kyari syndrome. Don't we all use our position to oppress others and enrich ourselves? Some people even use military to arrest and detain people over civil cases or real estate cases. It depends on who you know. And now, as elections are approaching in Anambra, every political party is enmeshed in one frivolous court case or the other. And senior lawyers will be paid to fight such cases, while judges will give conflicting orders and judgment. Same is replicated in the entire country during election. That's the Abba Kyari in Nigeria. The Nigerian custom is not different, as importers in legally allowed product will spend eternity to clear their goods, while the contrabands are cleared without hassles. After all, the custom officers are sure of their bribe for the contraband. The case of immigration and passport renewal A long story. We're not going to discuss it today, a topic for another day. Not to even talk of the National Identity Card Management Registration NIM. Our banks send young girls, including married ladies, to go seek deposits, not minding how they get it done. Why the rich depositors would want a piece of their body to patronize their bank, even though the money now still the depositor own. How do I take different from Abiakari case? Parents connive with schools and pay their way through for their kids to cheat in exam, and we call it knowing your way. I cry ye for Nigeria. The story of what happens daily in our public service, that can't be discussed in one day, as people are charged exorbitantly for services that are supposedly free. Hush Puppy was some people's role model with 2.5 million followers on Instagram, including our home video stars and on-air personalities who celebrated him until he was caught. Nobody asked questions about his source of wealth. Those that bothered to ask were shouted down as being jealous. How about Invintu Sobi? He was a toast of investment entrepreneur and a ready role model amongst the upwardly mobile in Nigeria. I was readily pointed to as a youth ambassador until he was busted. People were called haters for daring to ask for a source of wealth. People are given chieftaincy title in Nigeria for showing up with money and nobody dare ask what in him they do to make such money. Some politicians even tell them, say they sell goods for university and then buy eatery in America and became super rich. And people are praising them today, flaunting expensive cars. People are praising him now. Wait until he's carried with turn judges and jury. A young boy in the presidency is alleged to have millions of dollars in foreign currency, and he claimed it was dash gifts from people wanting to see the president. Some of us even clapped and hailed his ingenuity. Wait until the bubble will burst someday. When you are celebrated on social media for either participating in reality TV shows and live a flashy life without a tangible means of livelihood, are you not Hush Puppy on Abakiarin? I agree that there are fraudulent people and criminal police world over. But the difference here is that while others punish theirs, we decorate ours until they are caught. My advocacy today is, let's use this Abakari's case as a wake-up call to review, rejuvenate, reinvent, reintegrate, reindoctrinate ourselves and our country, Nigeria. Let government take a holistic look at our public institution and ensure that hard work and genuine merit is compensated and elevated above and over mediocrity. That way, the private institution will have no other option but to shape up or get shipped out. You can't underfund your institution while recruitment, training, and promotion are based on corruption, favoritism, and nepotism tendencies, and expect your best to meet world standard. Let there be appropriate sanctions and consequences for actions and inactions, whether in public or private life. That way, people will know that they cannot fraudulently push or beg their way through the system. Let the youth also know that this country can only be good if they decide to come together and take elections seriously by participating through the process. It is not power that corrupts, but fear. Fear of losing power corrupts those who wade it, and fear of the scourge of power corrupts those who are subject to it. Nigeria will always be what we make of it. Thank you all once again for your birthday wishes. Remember to follow us on all our social media channels scrolling on your screen. See you next week. We might both be going to Kogi or Benue next week.